are here. We're live.
We are live. What's up, everyone?
Oh, man.
I see you guys coming in. Noises.
Noises.
Baby.
Drum thumping monkey.
Blue Star, what's up?
You BBY. What up, BB?
And of course, Sushi Wifey. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in.
All the new followers. Guitar Whiz.
Thank you for the follows.
Welcome in. Welcome in. So, yeah. Last week was awesome. We had Rain Bozio on the podcast last week. It was
Rain Bozio.
It was a lot of fun stories. There was a lot of laughing. There was some crying. There was some.
Oh wow! Yeah.
It was great. Like we had a lot of good conversations going on there, and hearing all of his experiences was interesting to live vigorously in.
And
is it vicariously or vicorously?
What?
Is it vicariously or is it vicorously?
No, it's What are you talking about? You're saying his experiences,
like living in the,
it's not with a V. No.
It's with a V.
No.
It's not with a B.
It's
not bi-curiously.
I mean, I don't hide my bi-curiosity because
it's just the
I'm
way
not curious. I know I am.
Ubi is correct. I live in the eyes of someone else bi-curiously.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
We had fun. He was name dropping every 2 minutes. It was fine. He was like, I don't want to brag. I'm like, honey, it's fine. That's your life. Like, your life is awesome. And like you said, we're living bi-curiously.
Not bi-curiously.
Through you, okay? So we had fun. We literally did laugh. We cried. And yeah. So if you don't know his dad, Terry Bozio, it was pretty awesome to have his son here. We're trying to see if we can get more legendary people like that. And right now we're just focused on everyone here on Twitch, but I do want to expand and get more different types of creators and musicians and podcasters. We're gonna have a really amazing podcaster that's just interviewed John Petrucci yesterday,
yeah.
And we were talking about it. No, I'm not gonna give it all away, but we're excited. We're gonna get to pick his brain, and
we'll be promoting it soon.
Yeah, so look out for that because we're gonna have all different kinds of new different people on the podcast. So it's exciting. This year is gonna be really exciting.
Speaking of staying focused, we're gonna be starting creating some new music with Sky Museum.
Oh yeah,
our project, our
new
band
song is coming out really soon. We're working on it this week with Joshua Wu Music. He's from London. Amazing streamer, musician in his own right. He just launched a new song with Autopilot.
Mm-hmm.
Both amazing brains, like crazy.
That's a dynamic duo right there.
Yeah, and Autopilot, he's huge here on Twitch too. So that's gonna be amazing.
So yeah, we have a single out now on Spotify and Apple Music. If you guys want to check that out, it's very how would you say space rock. Is that the definition for it?
I mean, it does have a lot of space elements. And, it has a little Tame Impala, a little David Bowie, a little beach house vibe. I got a few Blondie vibes. Everybody thinks of it differently, but it was an experimental thing we did with Josh, and it came out pretty cool.
Yeah.
This next one is going to be more rock driven, more alternative grungy rock.
Yeah.
So we're taking it back and putting more rock into the next single. So it's gonna be that's what the Sky Museum is about. It's about creating different genres and fusion type of music from different artists. So we like to see what comes out when we collab with different people. So if you guys are interested in that, we would love to hear more about it. Discord, command Discord, join the Discord if you have any ideas. I know Mike Shreds is gonna do something with Luna with a song.
It's another song I'm creating for Sky Museum. It's a lot heavier than what we're used to playing and writing, but
it's nice and heavy.
It's gonna give Yen a nice different view on writing music and singing, because it's not like the grunge stuff. It's not like it's just I'm a progressive rock player, so it's very progressive in a sense. And then Yeah, I'm going to send that over to Mike Shreds. He's going to lay down some guitars for us, and it's going to be awesome. We're going to try to find some other musicians to lay down some more music instruments on there to make it sound a little bit more authentic, because right now it's all MIDI based. So,
and guys, where are we right now with the sub goals?
So we are at 66 out of 100. We're almost there. By the end of the year, or by the end of the month, we're trying to hit 100.
We're trying to hit 100.
If we hit 100, what we'll do?
I'll be in a spacesuit, a one-piece silver tight. Okay, just picture it. Yoga in space with me, okay, as a space babe. Okay, you guys asked for it. That's where we're gonna go if we get to 100. If you guys want to see it, give subs, give some love, show some support. But it's gonna be fun. But we're only gonna get it if we get to 100. Okay,
right.
That's the rule.
And for every 5 subs we get during this stream, I eat a hot chip. Some of you has experienced this before. I don't enjoy this.
It's very fun to watch him get tortured with the ghost peppers.
If it's for your entertainment, let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it.
It's a haunted ghost pepper hot chip, and yeah, it's for every chip I eat, it gets worse and worse. So have fun.
Yeah, and for every 40, you wear a onesie.
For every 40, I wear a onesie.
Yeah. Well, guys, enough about all that. We have to talk about the man of the hour. If you guys are not already following and know about him.
How did you run into KimSushi?
Through Matt Scurfield, who we're going to meet in person in 2 days. He's coming to New York City. We're going to hang out. I'll probably be streaming and doing some IRLs with him. We're going to be hanging out in the city, doing things. Matt Scurfield, he's him and his band Event, the Event Band, has a bunch of awesome Spotify. You go to Spotify, the Event Band has also performances here on Twitch, and they're out in Boston. So he's coming for like a drummers event here in Manhattan, and so he's like, hey, I'm gonna be in your city, so let's go and hang out, let's get together. And I said, hey, if you come to my city, you get to hang out and we get to walk around, do things, maybe get a bite to eat. So if you guys ever come to New York City, I'm your gal. YenYorkCity will give you a nice little tour. We get to hang out and talk about music. Who knows what else? Catch maybe a show somewhere. So that's going to be on Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
So that's going to be fun. But if it wasn't for Matt, I would have met KimSushi, because I think he rated him or he suggested him. So, and he's doing big things. He's been getting front page a lot. He's been blowing up really fast on Twitch. So I guess Matt has an eye for the musicians too.
Yes. Yeah, this guy has a lot of potential. He's been killing it on stream, and he's also going to kill it here on the podcast. So without further ado,
KimSushi. Yeah, busting out those numbers. He had like 2K yesterday. So, I mean, if you guys want, bring some of that love here. Go tweet it out. Make sure people know that he is here so they can ask questions and get to know KimSushi, right here on the podcast. So, without further ado, KimSushi, are you ready for me?
I'm ready.
All right, let's do it.
He's ready.
I see you, Greer. Let's go, KimSushi.
Go.
Woo! That's KimSushi, guys. Get hyped and chat. Get hyped. It's KimSushi.
What's up, chatters?
Welcome in, everyone. Kim. Sushi.
How you feeling, Kim?
Good. How are you?
I'm great. Do we just call you Kim, or do you have a name?
That's fine.
Kim's
yeah,
good?
No, it's fine.
Cool.
Well, his name
My
is
middle
Chris,
name.
right? You're Chris.
Yeah, my middle name's Kim, so that's fine.
Okay. That works. And
So why did you
If
even
you want to
pick?
call me Chris as well, that's fine. Also,
Okay. All right. And
Let's just call him Sushi.
Are you? Yeah. Just
he calls me Bay. Psyomancy calls me Bay.
call him Bay.
Oh, that's cute.
And yeah, I'm assuming you're a big fan of sushi, or you just despise sushi just to put in your name.
It was.
How did it come about?
It was something I created a long time ago for like my Depop account.
Depop?
It was a name I put on there, and it was a play on both my my middle name, And then the guitar player for Unearth, KimSushi.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
It all
It was
makes
like
sense.
kind of like it'll be
Play
like
on.
a little, it kind of sounds like Ken's name. That's cool. And yeah,
That's how that works.
He's a homie. So I was like, you know what, a little respect towards my friend. But then a few people have messaged me, or not messaged me, but like wrote me in chat on someone else's stream, like, dude, I love this record. I'm like, yo, I'm not. Read the name.
Wrong guy.
Oh, wow. So that's happened.
It's happened. And I'm like, well, maybe I should change it, but it's a little too late now, I feel
Yeah.
like.
Now you've branded yourself as this, and you stay with it.
It was
Fine,
all
sushi. I
part
like
of the
sushi.
plan.
I don't hate sushi. I
Sushi's
wouldn't
good.
say I'm a sushi connoisseur, but
What's your favorite
Sushi's-
sushi then?
If you had to choose.
We talked about this on the stream not too long ago, and I'm the worst with like remembering that stuff. I won't remember what is on the sushi like 2 minutes after I order it. But typically something with like crab, spicy, crunchy, those are something I gravitate towards.
So the spider roll.
Sure.
I think everybody-
You're like, see, I'm not like,
It's the dragon roll, okay? Get it right. It's the
The
dragon.
spider roll
I would
has,
be
has
going-
soft shelled crab,
Yes.
and it's deep fried, and it yeah.
Oh,
it's-
deep fried.
Mhm. Yeah, it's
see,
good.
that sounds great too. See, I'm more on the like mindset of like, if we were going to sushi, I would ask you like, yo, what do you recommend? Like, I'm the guy that can never make decisions.
Yeah. Is wifey like very deep into the sushi world too as well, or?
Hey,
I wouldn't
wifey.
say
She's
that.
like, I'm sushi wifey. Hello, we see you,
We've
sushi
gotten
wifey.
sushi a few times, but
Is it
yeah,
like
I
a
wouldn't
once a
say-
week thing?
Oh, man, not even that. Maybe once a season.
Once a season.
We need to go more. It's not too expensive. I think it's just like the illusion that it's expensive. So we don't get, but I don't know.
I think by the end of the year, we want to try to make our own and start learning. It's
Yeah.
It's a lot of processing of what kind of stuff you want to put into it.
Oh, we got a raid.
Turning
Oh,
off my
shit.
lights. Shadow raid.
Shadow
Shadow
Raid!
Raid!
Let's
Welcome
go!
in.
Thank you so much for that raid, Shadow. What's up, guys? Welcome in, Shadow. Coming in
what
with
up,
that
Shadow?
raid. Thank you so
Go follow
much.
Shadow.
What were you streaming? And thank you so much for picking us as your raid target. We appreciate you. So we got your boy KimSushi here, and we're hanging out with him tonight.
I want to do one thing because I know I've seen our boy the Goose Chase in the chat. So there you go.
What's up?
We made that specifically for the Goose Chase.
Yeah, Goose Chase. That's our dude.
Oh man. So you are just destroying it here on Twitch as of late. You've been getting the front page for a week now.
Every time he
2
goes
weeks?
live, it's just
I think it's been like 2 weeks, yeah. And it's mostly at night. I've done a few like midday streams on the weekend, and I don't think I get put in like the carousel or something. But it's been awesome. I'm not complaining. I checked my email one day, and I had this email that kind of looked like spam. I'm not gonna lie, and not like edible spam, the good spam, but like spam email. But it said like, do you want to be on the front page of Twitch? And it looked professional, but
They
like,
asked you if you wanted to be.
yeah, well, like it was like, do you want to be, because there's some stipulations,
Right.
like, you know, there's a few rules and stuff, and it was like, yeah, if this sounds good, we'll put you in this program. It's like an experimental program. And I replied and just said, yeah, that sounds good. Thank you. And then I totally forgot about it. And then that night, I think I went to stream, and then wifey was like, there's like 700 people in here. What's going on? And then Chainbrain also rated me like 4 minutes into my stream, so it was very confusing. It was like, wait,
Where's it
was
coming
like a
from?
preempt? Yeah, it was just like, what is going on? And then I remembered like, oh, I had that email, the front page thing. Oh,
it was real.
so yeah, no, it's been fun. I'm extremely thankful.
Have you seen any difference in your streams since you've been on there? Like,
Yeah, what's the biggest difference?
Did you get a lot of new followers along the way, or?
I feel like, I mean, it's mostly like a lot of times it's just like a constant follow thing. Like, I think I had to turn off. I had to slow, like, minimize how long the follow alert was, because it would just be like constantly over my face. I should probably even make it smaller, but I'm still just like catching up.
It's some crazies. I hear you, wifey. I hear you, wifey.
Yeah, I mean, once you put in that spotlight.
Crazy, but honestly,
so how's the mods?
Not that many crazies.
Is any
mods put at work?
Yeah, because I mean, you guys, I gotta give it to the mods, because they have to work extra hard when you have like 2,000 people in there. You don't know what's gonna happen, what people are gonna say, what's gonna, get them swords out.
Had to turn off the song requests at some point too.
Right. Do you have, like, how does a normal stream go for you? Is it like what's if we go into your stream, what do we expect when we see KimSushi?
I'm either stumbling over my words in between songs, or I'm trying to play songs as faithfully as I can with, and a lot of sound clips. R2D2, a lot of that. A lot of
I love
movie
the
quotes
Seinfeld
with the blurbs.
I love the Seinfeld
Just
in the back.
ridiculous stuff, yeah. Like I forget that it's here. And then someone will say something about the Jerry poster, and I'm like, oh yeah, okay.
So is that a wrestler next to him?
I can understand it. That's David Hasselhoff.
Oh yeah. What did you think? That was Andre the Giant?
Yeah, I was putting his middle finger
because he doesn't have his glasses on. That's the only guess that if I squint.
Yeah.
But he's not that big.
And I mean, with the whole stipulations, do you have to cover that finger of his, or is it?
Don't hassle the
Hoff. It's honestly not even a
Hoff.
finger. It's
what is that? It looks like he's
him holding SpongeBob and Patrick.
Oh my god! It looks like he's putting up a middle finger there. Like
it does. We were saying that
your vision
when
is
I
fucked.
First had it up, because it was in an angle where it looked like he was flipping me off.
Oh my god!
It does. I see it. I see where you're
it's still
looking
kind of right now.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I can see this. The Patrick kind of blends right into it, so it works.
It's kind of glossy. There's lighting.
Yeah.
Reflections on it, but yeah, I don't know. I just try to play music.
I'm just trying to catch a vibe and see if anybody else catches it with me, right?
I mean, I joined Twitch. I started streaming on Twitch because I honestly wanted to make some friends, and that's very hard to do in your 30s.
No.
I mean, we make a lot of friends here.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty good on the other
Twitch,
side.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. I joined it, but like in real life, it's like I'm an introvert. Like I don't go anywhere.
Well, I do find that to be true when I went to TwitchCon.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm the same way in person, honey. If I see you, I'm like, hey, I'll say hi to you. I'll grab your wifey, because usually that's what I do. I grab you guys. Okay, it's your wifey that you gotta. I'm the one that grabs them, and I make friends instantly, and then we talk, and then you guys go do your thing. And then, that's why I'm kind of sad that Debbie's not coming with Matt, because I really love. That's my girl. That's my love. But yeah, like it's fun to see like how everyone reacts differently in person, but then at the same time you're pretty disappointed because a lot of the freaking community are super introverted.
Like
and
me.
He is. You would think.
I can like you'd have to kind of break me out of the shell. Like initially, I'm a little timid. But once I get comfortable, then I'm
I broke him out of his shell for sure. And the first TwitchCon, it was like that. I wanted to go to the meetups. I wanted to go to the drummers pizza party. And I was like, come on, let's go. Sunfire had invited me, and I was like, come on, let's go. It's fine. It's gonna be fine. I'm like over here trying to be the social butterfly to kind of open up, the world of musicians. He was doing gaming first. And then I said, no, you got to get back and do music, because that's what happens a lot. Like Evan said, he started doing games. Mm-hmm. And then once he started doing the drumming thing, it's became like an open world of musicians that he didn't knew Twitch was about. Everybody thinks Twitch is games for gamers. And then after COVID, everybody kind of was like, well, what are we going to do now? There's no live shows and stuff. So that's why the podcast even happened because I said, well, we have friends here. Let's just like hang out with them, have them play guitar, drums.
And let's become friends.
Let's just be friends because I'm bored and I can't be, at home without music. So that's kind of the way it is.
So you joined Twitch to make friends. And then
I mean, that was a big reason of it. It was I joined Twitch, to watch a few people and a few other channels and stuff, but
so who were the first?
It was a few of my old friends. Sorry, what was that?
What was the first stream that you ever saw anyone play music? Because a lot of people did have that perception of it being more of a video game driven platform.
To be honest, I was on Twitch watching like a political show.
Oh wow, really?
And then I started watching my friends that were playing music on there. Like I don't know if you guys know Jay Slammin. I've known him for years, and Scott Carstairs, I've known him for like a decade now. But yeah, like watching them play and just being like, oh, they just play other people's music, like in their room. That looks
fun.
That looks fun. That looks easy. Like, wait, you're telling me I can play other people's music?
Mm-hmm.
Sick. All right, cool. Like, I don't have to be in Paramore. I can just play the song for people.
Actually play
Not
it.
even have to get a cover band with like people who like, oh man, your gear or your voice doesn't sound, like I don't want to do all that. I just want to play a song.
Mm.
And it's fun. So I love it. I can't really imagine life without it now.
So when did you start like your first stream?
Yeah. Let's rewind and talk about when he started playing and picking up the guitar.
Okay, let's backtrack even further.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
How did you, KimSushi, become a guitarist?
My first guitar was this little classical thing that my sister had. It was in her closet, and I picked it up. My dad had bought me a tuner, and I just kind of figured it out on my own. But the big moment, I think, what made me want to figure it out and try was I was 13 and I saw the band Him in concert in Vegas. And just like a rock, a rock show. Yep, this is cool.
I want to do that.
I want to do this. And that's kind of the first spark I would say.
And what was the first song you learned how to play when you started learning? You were like, yes, I finally got it.
It was weird because I never I spent so long not learning full songs. I would just learn a riff here or there. I would learn the intro to Raining Blood, but I wouldn't learn anything else. I would learn the one part in this, in this hymn song or this AFI song or something that I wanted to play, but I never learned a full one. I guess the first song I probably learned all the way through was Holiday by Green Day. It was right when American Idiot was out, and that was a big record back then. But I don't know, that or that System of a Down record, the two Hypnotize, Mesmerize ones were big in my first years.
Yeah, I see you playing a lot of System of a Down. So is that one of your favorite bands?
Is nostalgic because I'm trying to refine, not refine, but I'm trying to go back to my roots and just
play what you enjoy, what you grew up with.
I want to fall in love with music again because I kind of fell out of love with music a few years ago.
What do you think that was?
It was years and years of touring with just I don't know. I don't want to say bad people because none of these people were bad, but some of them were bad.
So just the experiences wasn't it was what
just
pulled you away.
Experiences, it wasn't what I wanted.
You got tired.
I was always
I hear you.
told what to play. No one let me really record and write and do what I wanted to do. It was always me as the guy who just did things.
The
but
guitarist.
a lot of just bad
Play this.
experiences. So
That's the way it is in the industry. It has its moments where, your passion is to play, but are you passionate about what you're playing is what it is, right?
yeah, like I remember being on tour with Hearts and Hands, and we were in like Philadelphia at I think it was some church venue. And we were about to go on, and the band was fighting about something. And I just remember like having a breakdown, just being like, I'm in Philadelphia. That's what, like, all I want to do is just play music with my friends, man.
And everybody was arguing.
So, yeah,
were they
like,
really young? Because sometimes it's also like the experiences of they want a quick thing, and then it's not what it's all about, right? It's more like the art. And it's a lot of different heads clashing because they all want different things at different times.
Yeah, no, it's certainly that. A lot of the too many cooks analogy or whatever. Just when you have so many passionate people and they all want to have their stamp on something. And I'm a very neutral person. I just go with the flow. So
Me too.
Oh, you don't want me to play that? Okay, cool. Oh, you don't
fine.
want me to record at all? You just want to do it? Cool. That's fine.
Fine.
I get to go on tour. That's
dream
come true.
You were there for the ride, and then they just made it unpleasant.
I guess that that kind of hindered the feeling of wanting to be creative and do creative things because you don't have that opportunity. So
yeah, no, like it's still kind of instilled in my brain that I can't write songs.
But have you tried?
Because I've been like told that, like, it's like a mental block. It's like, well, why am I gonna try? Like,
I mean,
now,
like you're on Twitch.
I can write music, but I'm just saying, like, it's been like.
He's probably used to being in a band and everybody
years.
just coming together
And
like
just doing everything.
Combined,
Yeah.
like jamming out and writing a song in a room with a bunch of musicians, right? Because I know I feel that.
Like most of the bands I've been a part of, it's not that. It's like, here's the song, play this.
Oh,
okay.
that's totally different then.
Yeah.
If you're writing,
And
you're not
so
even
it's-
writing then. You're basically just
There's no like jamming and learning and building a structured
worse.
song where it's like, no, this I've already created this. This is what we're playing.
Oh, man.
There's situations where it's like, this guy needs to learn the bass parts. And for some reason, I had to learn them to teach them to someone.
Wow.
And like, why am
What's
I even
happening?
involved? Why am I involved in this equation?
Yeah.
It's like, this is
Can't
time
he
wasted for
just
me.
Learn
Oh,
it
boy.
himself? Like,
Oh man,
just frustrating
One
things
guy
like
tried to
that.
kill him too. What?
Oh my God, wifey, tell us the secrets.
Oh,
Come on,
man.
she knows the scoop too.
I don't think he wants to
I
dive
mean,
into that one. That's
Sure.
an experience he
lot of
doesn't want to
stories.
remember.
He's getting
there's like 8
post-traumatic
years.
symptoms right now. Yeah, it's hard. It's really hard. But you know what? He's on Twitch and he's bringing in people and he's playing what the fuck he wants. So, that's where we are now. So
now that you're playing like songs that you enjoy and you're rehashing your feelings back for playing music again and being a part of this growing environment of yours, do you feel like now like you can try to create something new for yourself, like some new music for yourself?
I do, and I kind of see where the question flows. I
Sushi
would say that I'm not
wifey,
really.
thank you so much for the sub, honey. Thank you so much.
Anonymous gifter gave the wifey a sub.
Oh, an anonymous.
Anonymous.
Ooh, I wonder who that anonymous gifter is. Thank you so much. You're amazing.
4 more in a hot chip.
Yeah, 4 more. You see him get a ghost pepper.
If you have Prime Gaming, throw it in there. If you like, of course.
But I feel you, Chris, because that's the way it is. It is like that. But
the question was the creation of music.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, I'm not even really focused on like writing anything. Like, I feel like I don't have any time for that.
Also, I feel like a lot of the guys here in chat, all our friends, they all like to collab too. So maybe a collab in the future would be cool to kind of, get your feet back into it and do writing with friends.
Yeah, no, I like that. There's been talks and stuff already, and like Discord channels created about stuff like that. But I work a full-time job, and then I have the kid and the family, and then what spare time I get, I'm like, do I start stream or do I try to learn a song on my off time? Or it's like trying to divvy up time. So like even thinking about like being in a project with someone, I couldn't give it my full attention.
Right.
And I don't feel like that would be fair.
Yeah, it's the timing.
Yeah, like when the kid's a little bit older and it's not a constant like, you know,
noises. Okay, you got 3.
Maybe he can hang down here with me without touching every guitar.
Yeah.
And you know, like then I'll have more time to, you know, do things. But
yeah, understandable. But this Twitch streaming works. Are you on a regular schedule for streaming?
It's moved a bit with the front page stuff. I was like, well, I mean, can I try to stream every day? Like, and it says in the email, like, you can try as much as, you know, like, you can just be healthy about it. I think it literally said, like, just don't go too hard and forget about, I don't remember what exactly, but
yeah.
No, I mean, while I have front page, I'm trying to do every night. There's a few nights I've taken off because I'm just too tired, but it's a good opportunity, and I don't want to let it go to waste. But if not front page, I was doing just like Tuesday and Thursday nights, and then the weekend's always a toss-up because I don't know, we could have something with the family. I'm not sure. So I just kind of let my Discord know, just like, oh,
and we're going on.
I'll be streaming, yeah, and like I'm going live. It's very hard for me to see myself as like someone that's like worth saying like, hey guys, I'm not gonna stream tonight or something like that. Or
what's happening?
I don't know.
He's like 5. I gave him a high 5.
Oh, we got the 5 subs. He's got to get the chip.
Yeah, we're gonna get a ghost pepper chip. For every 5, we see Luna start his torment, which is always fun. Yeah, it's true. I feel that too, being a mom, and it's especially when they're younger and they're in the toddler phase and everything, and then it gets a little easier as they get older. But also including, the fam. I know you stream with wifey sometimes too, which is awesome to have such an amazing, beautiful wife that supports you, because that's very big. And I say it all the time, if your partner isn't really supportive, it becomes even like an added thing, right? So, I mean, you're blessed and you're lucky that you have that too. And it's always nice to see that too, seeing that community come together. And but yeah, it's been crazy, like seeing everyone grow, and also the front page. That's not something that everyone gets right away. So how long have you been streaming on Twitch?
I know it says on my channel. I don't even remember. It was like between a year and 2 years. Somewhere around there.
So it's been 2 years, yeah. So it's been.
I've been affiliate for, I think, 13 months. I think the longest like sub I have is 13. Oh boy.
I don't like this.
You're gonna have to do it.
I don't wanna.
Man up. Get a good one. Get a full chip. Okay. Ooh, that one's nice. Okay. Make sure it has extra.
Man, I kind of want my hot chips too now.
All right. So for every 5, both of them gets hot. No, I'm just kidding.
It's freaking hot in the back.
Yeah, it's. I tried one for one of the podcasts. I said I'll do it with you. Ugh, my tongue got the sweats. You know when you have like something hot, and then your tongue attacks you because you just messed it up, and it just starts sweating, and it got really glossy and like a drool. it was not fun. And then I was like, oh, that's you, boo. I'm not doing that with you. You can do it all by yourself.
It's like...
and you smell it. Like, I just smell it and I feel like coughing because it's like hot. Thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs for Anonymous.
It like
whoever
hits
you are, you know I love you.
Like the moment you put it on your tongue, it's game over. Oh man.
You did it to yourself.
No, chat did it. Thank you, chat.
Oh, yes, use the emotes.
Thank you,
if you have
Camp.
them. Camp, what's up, honey?
Woo. All right. So where do we leave off at?
We left off at he would like to do collabs and it's
Collabs, yeah.
Yeah, but it's great because you can make your own schedule and show up and hey, I mean, he shows up and he has 2,000 people watching him, so I mean that there's no complaints there. You know, if you can make your own schedule, and that's the beauty of being a streamer too.
I think you started to show up more that you're on the front page to you know get that opportunity, right?
Yeah, I probably won't do, like, I mean, I definitely can't do every day. If I wasn't on the front page, I'm just trying to capitalize on the opportunity.
It's smart.
Try to get as many, because, like, there's so many people every night that are just, I'm so glad I found this. Like, they'll say something along that lines, and it's...
She's like, I miss him
like,
too.
Well,
oh,
if I didn't stream tonight, like, that could have been a really good, like,
yeah.
I've made some of the best friends I've ever known.
Whoa!
On Twitch within the year and a half, and it's so, like, yeah, I don't know, just the words.
That's 6, right?
No, we got 5 more. It's 10 now.
No, but that's 1, 2.
No, that's it. We got 10.
10.
So we're at 5 extra. So we gotta do another hot chip. Oh Jesus. All right. Well, while I get this next hot chip prepped, how about we talk about your lovely guitars?
Ooh,
because when I first saw you, I'm like, oh man, those Music Mans look really nice. And then you said, I'm an artist with Music Man.
Yeah. I have been since like 2014.
So how did that happen?
I'm from Utah, and I was in a local metalcore band back in like 2010, 2011 called Fire in the Skies, and we were pretty close with the guys in Chelsea Grin. And so my first tour that I went on was in 2012, yeah, that would have been right.
Wow, 2012. What a year.
I went out with them. They were playing Music Man, and I always wanted them. Like, so we kind of had that connection through them. But the band that I started playing in, Hearts and Hands, we got a deal. Our other guitar player, charmed his way into getting us a deal. So I didn't complain. It was the exact guitars that I wanted to play. Like, me having a 7-string Petrucci already was a big reason why he asked me to play in the band, because like I already had the gear, the look,
yeah,
all the check boxes, and the stuff wasn't hard to play, so we would just
the whole package, the whole sushi package.
So, and that was it. And then yeah, we got the artist deal back then, and I just kind of held on to it for dear life. It's a dream come true for me.
That's awesome.
Like there's like a Facebook post I posted maybe I don't know, 2010 or something, where it was just like, I just want to be an Ernie Ball Music Man endorsee.
Yeah, and you have sponsors too.
I got it!
Yes!
I did it!
Oh, I can't breathe out because it's so hot.
And then I stopped playing music for a few years, and then I got afraid that I wasn't. But everything's still good. We're still good.
Oh,
that's amazing.
that's awesome.
Some of the people in the chat will know. Like there was a moment in the last year where I was like, I'm not sure if I'm still an artist, but I'm gonna send the email. Let's see.
I was making sure my pits aren't overly sweaty from that.
I would smell it first. And then.
Oh, jeez.
You're right.
Oh yeah. For now.
You're fine. You could take 10 more.
No,
probably.
don't force it.
We gotta get to 100, guys. Come on, space babe in space. Okay, yoga with me. Okay, we gotta get to 100 by the end of the month. So
sending ice cream vibes. Thank you, Sushi Wifey.
What's everybody's favorite flavor of ice cream? Now that Wifey mentioned it, Sushi Wifey. Is it mochi?
Ooh, mochi sounds good.
That would be perfect. You put it in your mouth and it just melts.
Yeah, you're not helping you're not helping this.
Green tea.
I remember asking you about your cases in the back before, and you said those are a bunch of extra cases that you got for no reason.
That was no. There's a story behind that too.
Oh, okay.
Years and years ago, we were, Wifey and I were living in a house, in Ogden, Utah. We don't live in Ogden anymore, so it's fine. Whatever. We were living in a house, and we come home one day, and there's a piece of paper on the door that says, "This house was tested and is deemed uninhabitable."
Wow.
Uninhabitable. And
by curiously,
the seller was selling it, or like the owners was selling it. We were renting. Someone came in, tested for meth, and apparently it was a crazy meth house.
Jesus. Breaking Bad.
Jeez.
Yeah, no, straight up Breaking Bad stuff. Like after we moved out, our neighbor was like, "Yeah, no, someone died downstairs."
What? You did not know any of this.
A bunch of crazy stuff. Like our dog passed away.
Oh.
Like suddenly, or was it because of
They
the way?
killed our dog? Oh my
she
god.
was getting old, but
man, that's
But that was the
fucked up.
cause of it. It was that.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, the
she's
hair.
on the ground, and
Yeah.
and like it was bad, but we had to find a new place to live within like 10 days, and that was a whole stressful situation. But anything
Sorry, I just read the chat.
Whoa.
It said Sushi was the inspiration for Jesse Pinkman.
beanie and all, man.
I know, right?
got
The
the
whole
photo.
thing. Man.
No, yeah, it was rough. We've like moved past it, but I kept all my guitars, but I threw the cases away because all the cases are like plush and stuff.
Yeah,
and
I get
anything porous, is contaminated, and
Yeah, so much loss.
yeah,
When
we lost a lot. I lost a lot of my mom's like furniture and a lot of mementos and everything. We started from ground zero. Like we'd started a GoFundMe, and that was hard because I mean, if anyone that knows me knows how prideful I am, and
Yeah, to ask for
Just-
anything.
doing that was so hard. But it also people came out and really helped us, and it was awesome.
Yeah, you really see the community come together. You really see people who care and go out of their way and help.
Yeah, it was, one of those moments where you're like, okay, the people aren't that bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Because all you see on the news and everything these days is everything negative. And granted, that's because there's a lot of negativity happening. But
Right.
That's right.
And it's been.
you start to lose your faith in people.
Yeah, and they push that because it's what people feed on most is the negativity of things because they like drama, which is sad.
Yeah, I want to vibe. I want to talk about the things I like.
Yeah.
You probably will rarely hear me say stuff on my stream or in life about stuff I don't like. Like if I get heated, I will. Everyone knows I don't like the little trill and
On the guitar,
Hoobastank's the reason. But It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Try it. We try it. Do you like hiking?
I couldn't say that I do.
You're not an outdoorsy kind of guy?
The idea of it, I like the idea of it more than I actually like it.
Because Utah.
Because you're Utah. You're out there. There's Zion Park out there. Have you ever went out there?
Like I've gone to Zion. We've gone to, like Bryce Canyon and
all those gorgeous places.
When my baby was in the tummy, we went to Arches.
Oh, the Arches. Yeah, those are nice.
Yeah, and
It's
stuff. So
stunning,
we do, but I'm just
But
I'm
you
an
live
introvert.
around that?
It takes a lot to get me to go out.
Yeah,
Especially post 2020. Like 2020 definitely like took my anxiety and introvertness and like magnified it. And I'm just like, I like being home. It's cool. All my stuff's here.
That's true.
All my friends are here now.
Yes, all our friends.
There you go.
So it's like, I want to be home.
You got a friend in me.
I gotta get back home to Twitch.
Oh God! Before I start twitching myself, come on.
I know, it's wow. Yeah, it's true. You really do make great connections here, and I mean, I've said it before too. Like sometimes the connections I've made here are even closer than blood relatives that they don't even come and watch me. So I mean, there you go. That happens a lot, and it's just that's the way it is sometimes.
Well, if you haven't experienced this yet, and you want to, it's in Zion Park, and we want to go and do it ourselves. But there's an observatory area, and you can see, even with your naked eye, that you can see like all the stars at night.
I'm sure he's seen the stars.
And it's clear, and it's like, because there's no like, is it? I mean, where you are, is it the same? Like is it that clear? Like there's no light pollution, but like it's
no. Where we're at, we're kind of in a city and in like the valley and stuff.
Yeah, but that spot
the
there
air
definitely
quality
go.
in northern Utah is like the worst in the country. I think. Like,
yeah,
you had me at
pretty
naked
sure
eye.
It's on the top.
well, that's because Salt Lake is up there, so.
He's an introvert, so he said, he's like, all my things
nice
are
little,
here.
Little date night with wifey,
you know.
Planting that seed.
Yeah, it's always nice. It's like, well, I mean, spring is just around the corner. It's like in a month and 3 weeks from tomorrow. So we're already going into February. So what are the plans for like this year? Do you have any big plans with Stream? Do you have any things that you really want to talk about and promote that you want to aim for this year? Because it looks like, I mean, if you want, you can apply for partner as it is.
With the front page stuff, that's like one of the rules is you can't.
Oh, you can't.
Yeah, you have to wait because they don't want that stuff. But
okay.
I was thinking about it today, and like, I typically don't make goals for myself, but that would be, I mean, partner would be cool, but it's also like, if you make goals, or and you don't achieve those goals, then you're a failure. But if you just don't make the goal and you end up being partner, you're like, hey, cool, it happened.
Yeah.
Cool. And then
That's
that
true.
makes me sound so like, don't have goals, kids. But it's just like,
don't have goals, but have ambitions.
I get that when you don't. He's very much like that. He's like, oh, because I don't want to be set up for failure. And I'm like, well, if you think that way, then you're gonna fail. You already failed.
But you know what conditioned me was the drum offs. Like I did the Guitar Center drum offs, and my goals was to win. Right? I was in there for the competition, and every time I thought about me competing, I would always lose. And then I would be crushed. When I first did it, I cried a few times.
Poor Luna.
Yeah.
He took it rough.
So now it's like I'm going in there and I'm gonna not think I'm gonna win. Like I don't care if I win.
No expectations.
I don't care if I lose. Right? I'm there to have fun and play. And if I win, great. But it's not something I'm aiming for. And I don't think I will get it because I'm going to be competing against, really good drummers. So it's like, it's a hit or miss, and it's a tough situation. But then that conditioned my mindset on, if I set a goal, I'll try to aim for the goal. But I have no expectations, right? So it's like, if I get it, great. If I don't, oh well. I wasn't like, focused on achieving that. So
well, that's a competition within a lot of people that were in that event.
Aside for the hot chips.
Yeah, but I feel like you're the only person you should compete is with yourself, like the person that you was a year ago, and just be better and just try to aim better and have a goal for yourself. But it doesn't mean like that's hard because you're competing with a lot of amazing people, right? But on Twitch, you're basically just you're showing up, you're having fun, and once it stops getting fun because you feel overloaded, then of course it's not going to be pleasant. So you definitely have to go with the flow and see how it goes. And if it happens, great. I'm fucking happy. Like finally, like this happened. But if it doesn't, don't have expectations, right? Just go with it and just have fun. So that's a good attitude to have. Like me, I don't do the stupid the fuck it's called the beginning of the year resolutions.
Oh, the New Year resolution.
I'm like, first of all, you should just be like, why do you have to wait for like the 1st of January or the 31st? Like people are saying, oh, for my new, and it's like November, right?
Yeah.
Why not try to lose weight or whatever the fuck you want now, bitch? Like, why do you have to wait a month? All right, you're already behind. You're just be in front.
She's channeling her inner Jesse Pinkman.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't do that to yourself because then you fail. Most people at what is it, 28 days? They start eating junk food again, or they whatever.
Yeah.
They don't end up doing that, right? So don't do that to yourself. Just try to do better. That's it. But don't over give yourself these expectations because then you just make yourself crazy.
Like, oh, I'm going to go to the gym next week. No, go tomorrow.
Yeah. I'm going to start my diet on Monday. Well, you can eat healthy today. Why not?
Yeah, no, you're kind of setting yourself up to
disappointment,
procrastinate and put it off.
Yeah.
And yeah, I would say if you want to do something, if something needs to be done, do it. But and like you were saying with the competition stuff, like I would see like myself doing my first one, learning like, okay, you can't compete, you can't compare yourself, and then eventually I would like to go in with the idea of just because I'm sure you prepared something that you were going to play. Like, did you play that piece to the best of your ability? Like, were you on it? Did you walk away feeling like, oh yeah, because like that's that's the best thing. It doesn't really matter if the other thing, like that's kind of, I try to live more on that.
It's one thing, like when you're learning the song, right? Like you're learning it and you're trying to get it down and you're trying to perfect the parts. It's another thing, like me as a drummer, speaking on my behalf, is that we're throwing songs, we have no idea what the fuck they are, and it's like, I'll do my best, and we're playing it, and like you're getting it down as you go and listening to the track, right? So it's like that kind of humbles us as drummers because we know we're gonna suck at this song and expect flaws. So
but how cool is it when you do? Because I started kind of on drums. I played a lot of drums. I would like to play more drums, but that's not what I'm getting at. But how sick is it when you get a request for a song, you don't know, you're playing it, okay, cool, and you go for like that little fill, and it's actually in the song.
Yeah, intuition parts.
Isn't that always just like, it's like, I'm a drummer,
yeah,
man.
That happened.
It feels so good in your soul, and that's what like I love about music and stuff.
Yeah, it's funny because people are coming there like, have you played this before? I'm like, no.
I hope I made like J4 Bite, I hope I made the song justice, and he like nails it.
My thing is like, it's something like that.
Yeah, something like that. I love that.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, there's certain times where I'll like be listening to a song and I'll for the first time and I'll try to kind of picture where it's going, where like the progression's going. And same thing with like a drum fill. Like I'll hear a drum fill come, and if it actually happens, like you get that little bit of like,
yeah,
like that tickle.
Like,
you tickle yourself.
You're like you feel closer to it,
Yeah.
Like
what's funny? Like you mentioned that the first time I've ever felt that was I think I was like 13 years old. I was in the trunk of my mom's was station wagon, and it was like, you know, there was a shit ton of people in the car and we were on a trip. So we padded up the trunk, and when we're sitting there, and then my dad had this song on from this band called Luna de Luna or something, or Luna. Surprisingly enough, it's my last name, but it's not our band. But it's like a Spanish rock band, and I'm playing like tapping on the wheel well, and I play the fill part exactly to the tune, but I've never heard the song before. And then I look over to my friends. They were like, "Oh!" I'm like, "Oh!" It's like, we did it!
Aww.
It's one of those, like, I don't know, how you feel like you have, like, you just unlocked
superhuman strength.
It's the innate musician. It's in
you think you unlock something.
Yeah.
And that's what I like. I love those moments. I look for those moments. That's kind of what I fell in love with music, and I want to feel something, guys.
I want to have feelings.
The great thing is you mentioned something which sets us up for our next couple of questions, which we're going to dive into after this next song. So we want you to jam out to our second song of the night. And as he's setting that up, I want to throw in some announcements. We do. I think I have the command perk set. If not, I'll set it up as he's playing his song. But perks, we have perks for subs. We have perks for anyone that boosts the server. We're doing a giveaway on the Discord for exclusive Discord boosts. People that boost there, you get a role as an engineer on the Discord if you boost it. And every quarter of the month we do like updates and Q&As with just Yen and I, and we talk about like what we're going to be doing in the future, how we did on the first quarter, all the guests that we had, and all the fun things that we've experienced. And then anything that you guys like to throw in as far as what you like to see more of on the streams, between my streams and Yen's streams. And then we're going to do a giveaway of an exclusive merch that is designed by yours truly that corresponds to Yen and I's channel. So if you're into that, make sure you join Discord, command Discord. Check out the perks section and check out what you guys can get as subscribers for both of our channels. On top of just, not just the emotes, but you get other things as well. And I think that's the announcement I just want to make. So after this song, we're going to be opening up the voice channel for subscribers that are 3 months or that has been approved by KimSushi himself, saying they're good to go. Throw them on. You guys have 2 minutes to ask a question or embellish on a topic. Join the Discord. We'll get you a role, and we'll drag you into the
also
chat.
Anybody that's been on the podcast, I see a lot of alumni. So if you guys want to come in and say something to your boy or ask him a question, just go on and hop on the Discord and go to the waiting room, and then we'll put you on, and then you can talk and chat with us for 2 minutes. So let's get that going if we want. Anybody?
All right, KimSushi, what's the second song of the night? What do we got?
It's called My Own Way. It's a song from the New Low, one of my old bands.
Nice.
We did...
Ooh, an original.
Yeah, everything I'm playing tonight is stuff from my bands that I've played with.
Is this safe to post without getting copyright stuff, or...
Fun, probably not.
Okay.
I still play everything, but sometime I know that it was released like on a label and stuff, so I've had it get muted on my streams, on my VODs and stuff.
Okay. Yeah, take it away.
I don't know the rules. What are the rules?
Come on.
What are the rules?
They're meant to be broken. All right, here we go. KimSushi, let's go. Get hype and chat, guys. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Do remember to follow all our social platforms, Instagram, Twitch, Twitter, and subscribe to the YouTube channel, YenYorkCity. I hope to see you on our next live show.
That's fire. Wow, that was an original song, guys. KimSushi here. Give it up for KimSushi. Everybody in chat. I see you guys hyping it up. Amazing. So how many bands have you been in? Because you said you were touring and everything. What was that experience? We love to hear the craziest experience on your touring adventures.
And by the way, if you're a sub VIP, the sub waiting area is now open, so throw that in there or hop on in, and then we'll drag you into the podcast chat if you guys want to ask KimSushi a question.
Yeah, I see Greer was in the chat. BBY. Who else was in? I see Goose. You know, if you guys want to come in, I see you guys. Don't be introverts. Come on, get in there and ask your boy a question. So, yeah, what can you give us that's a fun, like when it happened, it was like, damn, but now you're like, yeah, that was kind of funny. I mean, now I can laugh about it, but it wasn't funny when it happened. Either on stage or on the road.
Oh, there's so many. How do I pick one? Like, this is where I have the problems, the option like paralysis.
I bet you
Crazy
wifey can
stories.
probably think of one that you mention a lot.
He runs away.
Let's see. What is there? Because I don't want to talk about like fights. But maybe, I don't know. On my first
something
tour,
crazy.
On my first tour ever, on the Chelsea Grin Sick tour, I instigated a riot in Wichita Falls, Texas.
Oh, man.
In Texas?
It was bad. The tour already had like 7 bands on it, and then there was like 7 local bands on it. And it was in a VFW hall with like no security, and there was a tornado warning.
Wow, so Mother Nature was helping with the craziness.
Yeah, every band on the tour was just like, we're probably gonna die.
Allegedly.
So let's get drunk. So I got really drunk, and some kid was trying to get on a bus, and I wouldn't let him. Maybe I was a little drunk and rude or something. Maybe I did like the Wayne's World pass thing. Was like, you have pass? No. You know, I don't really remember. It's kind of a haze, but he shoved me when I went into the venue to start working, because I was a guitar tech on that tour. And I just remember like him shoving me coming back and like going for a swing, and then waking up in the hospital.
Oh shit.
Jeez.
And yeah, like the Chelsea Grin didn't play. There was like a whole fight between like
It's like a scene of a
the crowd,
movie.
between like most of like a big chunk of the crowd and like a bunch of the band. Like not Chelsea Grin, but like I think there was like the Vanna dudes in there fighting people.
Just an all-out brawl.
There was, yeah, and like
They were brawling.
my the sound guy at the time, Gino, was like the fight broke out right at Attila's last song. They were playing Payback, and I saw you get hit, and he said he like pushed the faders up or something.
Oh my god.
We just went for it. I don't like, it was wild, but
I mean, it
needless
was
to say,
like
they
cut
didn't-
scene hospital, and then you waking up.
Yeah, no, that's literally my recollection is like me getting shoved, then me waking up in the hospital, and then texting them like, yo, did someone grab my beanie?
All you cared about was your
Where's the
beanie.
beanie?
I was
Wow.
like, where's my beanie at? And I couldn't find it, so yeah, just
I mean, it was his favorite, probably.
So yeah, they're like, wait, are you okay? Are you alive? I'm like, I'm fine. My ear was like ripped off. I had to get stitches.
Oh, that's
so you
fucked
can see
up.
like my earlobe is like,
Did you have like spacers?
I don't know about any spacers or anything. They just had to stitch it, and like you can see it like torn.
Oh.
You can see the scar and stuff. But that, needless to say, they didn't ask me to work for them after that. The crazy thing is that wasn't even the only fight on that tour. There was at least like 5 fights on that tour.
Wow.
Damn.
That's why
There was some bad juju up in there.
To the Sick Tour 2, the ad mat is the band fighting people. So
That's like taking clips for like music videos and just make a whole thing out of that for like
somebody must have had a video or something.
The documentary of this band.
And how did it become a riot?
Go to these shows, prepare to fight.
Wow.
There was a good amount of fights on that tour. So, like, I could probably just go on about just that tour. But
So top 3 then. Top 3. That was one that you blacked out and then
in the
hospital. Where's my beanie? That's all I care about right now.
Oh, that's got to be a shirt. Where's my beanie?
Oh yeah. Where's my beanie?
I'm trying to think.
And then commemorate it on the shirt.
I want a percentage of royalties on that.
That's a good idea. The beanie.
Commission percentage.
That's cute. I think that's a good one. Where's my beanie? And then there's a whole story.
A picture of KimSushi without the beanie. Where's my beanie?
That's like a Seinfeld episode, for real. You know how we have inside jokes, all of us, about Seinfeld? Where's my beanie with the beanie on the shirt?
I like it. I might have to work with that.
I'm the Kramer, coming up with ideas.
We got it, man. We got it. Beanie shirt. Okay, second one, I would say... I don't know. This is probably not in order. That's just because I'm thinking about it. When the Nulo played Warped Tour 2016, I believe it was, we got bumped to main stage in Albuquerque.
Ooh.
And so that was cool, being able to play like main stage Warped Tour.
Yeah, that is pretty cool. We had a couple of, was it Tito Nitro? He played on the Warped Tour, and he told us stories too. So that must have been crazy in itself, because that's a whole tour of that.
Yeah, no, I mean, we're like, if you're a small band and if you're doing like, I mean, Warped Tour's not around anymore, but like if you could make it through Warped Tour in a van and all be friends at the end of it, like your band will continue.
Wow, that's a test. All right, this is a test, guys. If we make it alive and we don't hate each other, we made it.
It's tough, I'll tell you, right? Like, because it's all overnight drives and cramped up. Everyone's
cranky
stinks.
and hungry.
You know, some people are more divas than others, and when things aren't being divvied up.
Who's the biggest diva in the band usually, though?
Always the singers, man. It's always the singers.
It's not the guitarist. It's the singer.
Oh, the singers.
The singers
always.
will say the guitarists. The guitarists will say the singers. The drummers will bash on the basses.
No,
everybody hates the drummer. You know, that's how it goes.
You gotta be. The drummer is your keeper because he's the one that sees everything in the back.
Yeah.
In the heart, you know.
Like, so one of my stories that I shared was I was in this band called Lucifer at Work, abbreviated LAW. And, and we played in a it's like at the back of a pier on the boardwalk, and there was a bunch of old people, and the lyrics were very controversial, let's say, right? And after the first song, the guy who was running the event said, "You're done. You're cut off. That's it. You can't play anymore." The singer said, "No, fuck you. We're playing these songs." And then we started to play the second song, and then halfway through, they unplugged the power, and he says, "We'll do it a cappella, motherfuckers." And then he kept going, and then the guy goes up on the stage, tries to take the microphone away from him. The singer flips the guy's hat off of his head. One of the kids, like, I'm seeing this as like behind the drums. Everything was happening in slow motion. The theme in my head was da 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 da. Da, 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 da. The guitarist grabbed his guitar. He's throwing it at someone, right? the bassist is bum rushing somebody. I'm over here just taking down my cymbals, like shaking my head.
Yeah, I'm getting my shit out of here.
My own business.
It was just like
Stay
a
over
sea
there.
of like people just fighting, and like there was like a bunch of like teens and kids just tackling the other musicians, and the cops were called, and I'm like, I'm sorry.
That was his riot moment.
I couldn't stay in that band any longer. There was a fight after, like there was a few fights that happened with that band, and I'm like, yeah. But
It'd be like that sometimes.
It was a fun experience.
Fights, man. Can't fight anymore.
It's the same between us rival music streamers.
I feel like the community here is pretty fun. So far, it's just been fun.
I don't think there should be any rivalry with music streamers. There should be like camaraderie.
But then that's one thing. Like that's what I do. I'm like the mother here, right? I'm like nurturing. I'm like, come on, we'll promote you. We'll talk about how special you are and how amazing. Your mom was right. You're special. And everybody else is like, oh, this person and that person, that I did that first. Nobody did nothing first, okay? You're not Jesus, literally. You didn't do anything first. And if somebody does it better, then just be like, all right, well, I guess I should have thought about that first then. So it doesn't matter. Like, I think at the end, we all have something, that makes
everyone's influenced by
like,
other people, and other people are influenced by other people. Like, we had this conversation with Rain on the last podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I'm influenced by Mike Portnoy. Mike Portnoy was very influenced by his dad, and then
Terry Bozzio.
Yeah, and Terry Bozzio, and then Terry Bozzio was influenced by like other classical trained drummers, but like the licks that Terry did was from the people that he was influenced by, and then the licks that Mike Portnoy did was the same thing as what Terry did. But then it's like, who came with it first? People are saying, well, that's a Mike Portnoy fill. It's like, not really.
They're the younger generation
that
don't know.
Terry Bozzio fill. But then Terry Bozzio will be like, not
that's
really.
Actually not even me. That's somebody. Yeah.
So, but yeah, like no one's really putting a stamp on things unless it's legitimately like you're the only one and has been the only one that's done this. But if no one can figure out anyone else that has been doing something like this before, then yes, you can claim that right.
Yeah, I definitely say there's people out there that have very unique like voices and stuff on their instrument to where you can hear them play and immediately be like, that's either
person.
This guy or it's a dude that wants to be that guy.
It's like people with like when you tell me, oh, he sounds like Chris Cornell, I'm like, nobody sounds like Chris Cornell, okay? Nobody. And then it's like, okay, he's trying to sound like Chris Cornell, okay, but he's not.
Yeah, he's trying. He's doing his best.
Yeah, or like somebody tries to sound like Maynard. Nobody sounds like Maynard from Tool. So it's like that sometimes. So you'll see the copycats and stuff like that, but it's like some people just have it that I don't think anybody could be them.
Look like Sleep Token. Like the singer of Sleep Token is very unique.
Oh, I love them. And then the whole thing with, did you hear about Ghost? Did you hear about Ghost? How he would, well, I saw it on Twitter how he said he doesn't like anything new metal or some shit, and then everybody was like trying to cancel them, and I was like, it's okay, I'm into Sleep Token more anyways, like it's fine. And everybody's like,
what did you say? I'm allergic to people who like new metal, or I'm allergic to new metal,
anything
like
that sounds remotely like new metal or something. And then I was like, no, what? It's like, it's fine if you don't like a genre or a band, but it's like when you have a big platform and a lot of your fans tend to like both things, right? It's gonna hurt people's feelings. So keep it.
It's like, what's the point? What's the?
You want everybody to like and give you a chance, just like you should. You give things a chance, different genres a chance. I love fusion rock. I love everything that has influences from different genres. So, and then everybody's like, oh, Sleep Token is trying to be like Ghost, but I don't think they sound alike. But it's the whole paint thing. But you can say, oh, but Slipknot did it first, but then it wasn't Slipknot either. There was like all these other bands that from
Mushroom Head or something.
Mushroom Head, and then Kiss had the face paint in the 80s and all that stuff. So we can go back doing insane stuff like that too. So no one's really copying anybody. It's just like everybody's kind of doing what they want to do.
Either you're influenced or you're embellishing, or if you can actually do like If you play exactly like Petrucci, that says a lot about how skillful you are as a musician, because Petrucci is a god.
Yes. He's a guitar god.
But like, if you pull off his stuff, it's like, holy hell, like you can do that. And I mean, they're not gonna call you you're John Petrucci, you know, like you're you, but you can play those things, you know.
It's like when I say he's the Mike Portnoy of Twitch, because he plays 4 albums back to back on the podcast for 9/11. Remember?
Yeah, I remember.
But he can't play blast beats.
I can't play blast beats,
but he can play Dream Theater, so it's okay. See what I'm saying?
I'm not Samus.
It's like some people. It's like some people are good at swimming, and some people are good at baseball. So there's different things that you're good at. Doesn't have to be the same thing. That's what I'm saying. Everybody on Twitch has their own niche, their own thing, their own thing that they're good at, and it's okay.
I think it's good to just wear your influences. Like, don't hide them. Like the first that Chelsea Grin tour I was telling you about, that was when Jason Richardson was in Chelsea Grin. It was like his second tour with them, and I would sit in the back lounge with him, and he would play This Dying Soul. The end of it, unplugged, perfectly. Get done and be like, man, that was sloppy as shit.
It's like, all right, dude.
I suck, man.
Okay,
why?
Why
do
but
I
like
suck
he'll be the first one to be like, yeah, Petrucci's my favorite guitar player. And it's like, yeah, like, own it. Like, be influenced. Try to get to your influence and maybe surpass it, because I definitely believe that there's shit that he wrote that I don't think John Petrucci can play. And that's not me saying John Petrucci's bad. John Petrucci's one of my favorite. I have his autograph tattooed on my leg.
Whoa, okay, I want to see it.
I love John Petrucci.
Like, where is it?
Is it on the calf?
Okay. It is the calf. It's a calf boy.
Oh man,
that's amazing.
It's a whole Music Man. It's kind of hard to see.
Oh yeah, that's sick.
But it's
dude.
It's a headstock.
Oh wow, that's incredible.
So what did you grabbed his autograph and then you had it copied into the tattoo and then just had the tattoo artist chase it over?
I had VIP tickets.
I brought an actual tattoo gun and had him actually chisel it into my head.
I had him sign my leg. I had the outline. I had the headstock, and then I had it blank, and then I was like, he got down on one knee, signed my leg, and then I went to the tattoo place the next day and got it.
I'm never washing this.
So.
And now it's on there for life.
That's awesome.
I always forget about it. You know, it's not all the time. I don't look at my legs very often.
Wow, that's
sometimes
crazy.
I'm like, oh yeah, I do have his whole Music Man.
If that ain't love, I don't know what is.
I mean, like, I learned growing up, it was nothing but Mike Portnoy stuff. Like, I brought a whole box home from the attic, and nothing but Dream Theater DVDs and CDs that I want to showcase in my next stream, and that just shows like how in depth and how deep I was just learning everything Mike Portnoy did and how he counted off everything. And growing up, I was literally the copycat of Mike Portnoy, just playing all his stuff. And even like transitioning that into original music, I was playing exactly the way he played. My antics, my persona.
That was your biggest influence.
In that similar, because I was in high school, I was playing drums a lot, and I was kind of a Mike Portnoy kid too.
Yeah. And then at some point it gets to you, right? Like people are like, oh, you're just like Mike Portnoy. You're like, okay, now I got to change this up a little bit.
My first band I was playing drums, but it was like an indie band. It had a female singer that played guitar, and it was a 3-piece, just her, a bass player, and me. And it's just like indie rock, and here I am with octobans.
Yes.
Octobans, yeah.
And just all the drums.
Wind chimes.
For the first show I did that. After that, I was like, I am not loading any of this anymore.
It's
too much.
And so like the second show you see, it's just like 4-piece, 2 cymbals. Like
Yeah.
that's all. I'm not loading anymore.
See, like, I was in a progressive rock band, so it made sense to have a lot of those extra stuff. But then, yeah, like for like an indie rock, you don't need all that extra stuff unless you used it. I don't know.
Just straight like. Like, oh, it's like so painful to think about. Like I played like a straight up 6 o'clock intro fill in the middle of like a.
It was like super extra.
Yeah.
Like I was that guy that you see like the wrong gig drummer dude
Thank you
that's
very
just like
much.
trying to get.
He's
just
that
doesn't
like
know how to serve the song. It's just like I want to wank, man. I want to get up here. I just want to wank off.
Oh, God. That's
hilarious. That's hilarious. I love it.
So, all right. This is the other thing I want to talk about is that you started playing drums before guitar?
When I was younger, I was very just like, give me it all. I want to learn it all. Like I couldn't pick. I'm so.
That's how I was.
I don't know. Is it ADD, ADHD, like the right stuff? Like when I wanted a guitar, I bought both a guitar and a bass at the same time.
Mm.
And then the bass came, and then the guitar was back ordered for months. So I played bass for months, and I finally got a guitar. But I always wanted to play drums because that was always, always seemed like the most fun. So when I eventually got drums, then I played more drums. But always kind of went back and forth between everything. I couldn't make up my mind. In high school, I also played piano. Like I just couldn't.
So what's your instrument of
something.
choice? Which one do you think is like your main?
I would have to say guitar because like I have a lot of guitars. And,
Do you still have your drum set?
No, I think my buddy still has it, but that was like the one I kind of played the most. It was like a Tama Imperial Star. It was all right. The last kit I had was like a pork pie kit, and that was awesome. But one of these days I'll get an electronic kit in here. I just,
So what was your
they're
favorite?
not cheap.
What was your favorite song to play on the drums then? I guess I should say Dream Theater song because you said you love Dream Theater so much.
I did love Dream Theater, but like, to be honest, I kept my expectations pretty grounded. Like I would like listen and air drum and be able to like air drum pretty well, but the second I sit out a kit, like I just don't have like a lot of the crazy stuff. But like the stuff I would sit down and play along to, a lot of it was like Thrice or Muse or like that Queens
The Stone Age?
Queens of the Stone Age, Songs for the Deaf album.
Yeah, that's a great
Like
album.
that one that Dave Grohl drummed on with like No One Knows and like that, like 4 songs off that record, just play those. A lot of rock stuff like Foo Fighters and stuff. Like when I played drums, that was kind of what I wanted to play more of, was just like the straight kind of
Just play
rock
to the music
stuff,
and just
but
like.
I did have my Portnoy phase where I was like, oh well, doing a fill with 4/2 or something like that, so that's not that hard. It seems a lot crazier than. So I guess I would like do more of a rock drum, but with more of like a prog drum set.
So what are your
Because I would
top
like set it
5
up like
then?
the Neil Peart, like the going down
A whole bunch of
and
toms.
stuff. And that's not practical. And like my friends would come over and we'd jam, and we'd write something, and he'd write something on my drum set. He'd come over the next time, and it's completely different.
Yeah.
Because I would change my setups almost more than I would play drums. I
Might as
just
well just be
wanted
a
to
drum
like
tech.
change things around because in my mind, I thought I'd be better You know, like, oh, if the setup's different, maybe it'll inspire me to play better.
I
But
did that.
Sushi never wrote anything. I know, right? I think it's
I did that. I changed my kit up a lot every so
Oh my
often.
gosh.
When I had my acoustic, it went from like a small kit, and then it went to like the really large, like big Portnoy like drum set, and then I did this like hybrid type kit. It was not like hybrid with electric. It was like the Frankenstein kit, right? I call it the Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. It only
It lasted
for
2
like,
weeks.
Yeah, because I have this it's a Tama cocktail kit, and like the bass drum and the floor tom is like stacked on top of each other, and I try to use that as like my left bass drum pedal, and then I put the double bass pedal next to it for the right bass drum, so I have like almost like a 3 kick setup. And then the hi-hat was in the middle with the rotary, and then I had another hi-hat off to the side. It was just like this weird concoction of a kit. And I put the octobon in the dead center, and then another octobon off to the right. It just didn't make any sense. And then when I'm playing it, I was like, it looks cool, but I can't play this.
It's impractical, yeah.
Yeah.
No, trust me, I did all those because, you know, as a kid, you're looking at all your favorite drummers' setups, and you're like, oh, cool. Copeland did this. Let me try this. And then, I don't know, you do the whole, like, symmetrical thing. You try that. I definitely had the right side of the Siamese Dream setup with its, like, big to small.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, I liked playing that, but like my friends would always come over and be like, I can't play any of my like these songs on this drum set, man. Your ride's on the left? Like, what are you doing?
What is this?
I'm like, it's cool, man. It's cool.
It's cool. Just go with it.
Yeah.
So what are
And
your
then
five?
you get used to
then?
it. You get used to it, and then I'd change it next time. But sorry, what was a five? Five what?
Yeah, I was gonna ask because you said you played the drums and you played the guitar, like quick, rapid questions, and I didn't see anybody go into the chat in the Discord. So you guys, I think you're missing out because you can go into the Discord right now, waiting room, and
Totally fine.
if you want to ask any questions. But so 5 top drummers and 5 top guitarists of all time. What are your favorites?
Let's see, 5 drummers. I don't know, like Matt Garska's sick. Who do I like? Who do I like these days? Danny Carey was a big influence.
Yeah, same here.
Blake Richardson. Brad Wilk. Food. I didn't know you meant like right now. Thank you. That's fine.
Wifey Sushi!
Strange appearance from Wifey
How many
Sushi.
was that? Was that 4? Was that 5?
3.
3?
Yeah, you said
I think it was 5. It was 5, no?
you said Matt Garska, you said Danny Carey, and then what was the third one?
I said there was like Brad Wilk, Blake Richardson.
Blake, yeah. So that's 4.
I mean, I'll say Portnoy.
Yes.
There
You
was
made him happy.
There was a fate. Let me be honest. There was a big chunk of my life where I'm banned off the Mike Portnoy forum.
What?
Like after the whole leaving Dream Theater thing.
Oh no!
I got pretty angry.
Salty.
Okay, so he
Not really
is
salty, but I don't want to really get into it. But he did, like, I saw him do some stuff that was very unflattering to himself. And I was like, I don't like that.
Well, I know he probably said some things and that he shouldn't have said, but
Oh, I thought it was the
but-
opposite. I thought what you meant was that you were more of a Portnoy than Mangini, because that's another feud, right? The Portnoy Mangini thing.
I don't really like
It was-
compare, you know.
it was basically what Portnoy said, pretty much.
About Mangini?
No, just about being out of the band.
Oh.
For me it was like the kind of, I don't know. There was a couple things, like I remember a video I saw of him doing a clinic in like South America or something, where he just started like throwing his cymbal stands across the stage, and he gets on the mic and just talks down on the drum tech that they provided and how he didn't know how to do his job. But he's like, oh, I don't know how to do my fucking job. And he's like throwing his cymbal stands across the stage.
That Italian temper.
And it was just like, I don't know. I remember seeing that and being like, that's not a good look.
Oh, man. I didn't know. Did you know about that?
I didn't know about that.
I didn't know about that either.
And
this is the first time I heard of
that
it.
That video got like taken down from YouTube by his team. Like it said, like Portnoy management has taken down this video for copyright or something. And I was just like,
Gotta be circulating somewhere. I gotta look for it.
I mean, it takes a lot of money to remove those kind of things.
Yeah.
Like make it disappear. When you're Italian, make it disappear, you know? Just make it disappear. Yeah, I didn't know that. I always, wow. I love both of them musically. Musically, they're incredible. I don't know, maybe he was mangry that day, you know?
MP before he was sober.
That's kind of what I'm saying. Like, I also don't know him personally.
See that?
I try to keep it, you know.
Oh, before he went sober. That makes sense. See, this is why 10 years, whole decade sober, because it could get you in trouble, guys. You know, like, not yourself. So yeah, I gotta say that's awesome.
So what about guitarists?
John Petrucci.
Yes.
I mean, I'd say
the god.
The guitar, like the first guy that I saw play guitar. I don't even know what is the guitar player for him, whatever his name is.
I don't know his name.
That's what started it all off, right? Wow, loaded question. I don't think about this too often. I don't know, like
I usually, if it's hard, I always say
Paul Wagner was a big influence on me. Like Tom Morello.
It's 4.
And
Drum
Adam
roll.
Jones.
Adam Jones.
Just use all the same bands. It's all the same bands that I like grew up on, you know. It's like Tool and Dream Theater and Between the Buried and Me, Muse, Thrice. Like, that's the stuff that I was obsessed with growing up.
Aw, Giants.
So we have a VIP in the chat here.
Yes.
Got noises. Get him a roll so that he can unlock his mic.
Aw, noises.
All right, noises. You should be able to unmute and ask your question. You have 2 minutes on the clock, my friend.
2 minutes on the clock. Go.
That is a deep question. The deepest question. No, I didn't hear anything.
Yeah. Noises.
Noises!
Are you there?
Make some noise, noises.
Make some noise!
Everybody hype and chat for noises. If you have noises, emote, spam in the chat.
I'm trying!
Oh no, we're gonna help noises. He needs to be free.
Freedom! He just deafened himself. He's okay. Make sure your microphone is set inside the Discord audio setting. Hold on. Let me try something here.
No noises.
No noises. All right, let's try this. Yeah. How about now? Nope. I hear nothing. Okay.
Well, rip.
Hello.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Everybody make some noise for noises.
Freaking out over here.
My 2 minutes. It's about to go up.
Awesome. Mine is really simple, actually. What's it like being a music man fella, and what would the KimSushi signature look like?
Oh,
Whoa,
what's the next
baby.
one?
Okay. I don't know, man. It's a dream come true. It really is. Like, I've had maybe 4 different Petrucci models before I did become an artist, and I remember on that Chelsea Grin tour, like, begging them, like, yo, I will do a whole tour for you guys for free. Just let me spec out one for myself. And they're just like, huh, no, no. And so, I mean, it was just like something I wanted so much, and I would work on these custom ones, and I would see them, and I would just, oh, I want you so bad. Like this one that I'm holding is, I spec'd this out pretty much like one of those first ones that I worked on that tour. And it's kind of like, when I was on that tour and I was working on that guitar, it was like, I want this. Anything I can do, I will do for this guitar. And it was essentially a 7-string version of this, except it had a rosewood neck and an ebony fretboard. And so I just remember being like, that's a crazy like combination of woods, because it's alder with a mahogany tone block, with a maple top, with a rosewood neck, with an ebony board. And I was just like, give me it. But when I ordered it, they were offering the roasted maple fretboard and stuff, and I was like, oh, I'll vary it.
I'll take
vary
it.
it slightly.
I'll take
I
it.
won't do like an exact copy of his guitar, because it was one of Jason's old BFRs. But sadly, that guitar got damaged. TSA damaged that guitar, so they had to they sent him a different body for it, and that body's a flame top, and it's not as hot as it used to be. Doesn't do it for me anymore. But I would say, I don't know, like, signature model, it would obviously be the teal colorway with the gold.
It's beautiful. Those are beautiful.
But as far as shape, I don't know. Would I pick like a shape that they already offer and tweak it? I really don't know.
Somewhere between Petrucci and Abbasi.
Yo, I know that they worked on it, and it was in a thought when Jason was making his. But they did have like a bongo guitar at one point. Maybe something like that. I like the bongo a lot.
Nice.
Wow.
Noises, thanks again for hopping in and throwing in your question. It was great to hear from you, my man.
Great question, Noises.
And everybody go
Yeah,
follow
glad
Noises.
to.
It's amazing.
Take
He's
care,
another
y'all.
streamer.
Take care.
Take care, Noises. Thank you so much.
Well, yeah, it would definitely have single coil options, a tremolo, and I don't know. Those are like the 2 things I would like really want. Everything else is kind of like, okay, what would? That's cool. But I would change it. I would change it out eventually, so.
How many guitars do you own now?
I think we said it was 11 or 12.
And counting.
Wow.
And counting.
You just
yeah.
need an 8-string now, right? Is that the next one you want to get?
I don't know if it's the next one I want.
11.
It's not the next one I'm getting, because I have that Tim Henson nylon on pre-order. So that'll be coming soon eventually. But like, I want an 8-string, but there's also like, I'm very efficient, like, minded in a way. Like, realistically, how many 8-string songs besides like a few Sleep Token songs and a few Deftone songs? It's like, does that justify spending that much money on an 8-string right now?
Yeah, that's a good
or
point.
do
Yeah.
I get the other things that I want and that could benefit the stream more than an
You're right.
8-string?
You're right.
'Cause,
Makes
like,
sense.
I would like another 6-string guitar with 24 frets, because this is the only one I have that has 24. And I mean, the 7-strings have them, but I don't want to have to ignore the bottom string if I don't have to. So
Let it get.
Archspire.
Maybe you'll eventually get one by a sponsor. That's always cool.
I mean, they make. I mean, I've gotten enough free stuff from them already that I don't expect anything more. But yeah, at some point I will get one. It's just there's like, I want like a 4-string bass as well. I want more bass. I've been on a big bass kick, so
Yeah, right, bass.
all the gear. This is the issue with playing so many instruments. Is like I want the drum set. I want that.
I know, there's so
and then
much.
like once I get that, like then you're gonna need pedals too.
He said bass.
And you know, you're
Yeah, I
gonna need
wanna get a new
pedals and then
bass, too.
sticks and then sticks break. And probably not that much on an electronic kit. That's good, but you know, get the kit. You need to buy pedals. Oh, you need to buy a hi-hat stand too. Oh, and a throne and whatever cabling you need for the computer. Oh, now your computer is overloaded. Great, now you need a new computer. You know, it's always something.
So I gotta say it's I know Luna was giving me the 10-minute mark. I know we're gonna probably pass that with the song and everything, but we always like to ask for the last question before we let.
Wait, Sushi Wifey has a question. What's your favorite city venue you played in, and which do you like more, playing or teaching on tour,
teching.
or teching on tour?
Or teching.
And also,
Yeah,
guys,
I
if
can
you
read.
have
Teching, teaching.
No, that just happened in my Discord. Someone was just like, I read you writing teching as teaching.
Yeah.
So that happens all the time. I need to put a hyphen or something.
also, guys, if
between
you're
it.
in chat, put in your last questions now so we can ask him.
So,
Favorite place. I don't know. I don't know if it comes down to cities, because cities, I would say like, oh, I really like, I don't know, some food. You know, like I liked like Worcester, playing the Palladium. Palladium was always nice. And I mean, I really do love playing music on tour and on stage for people. But it's also really relaxing to just be a tech at the same time, where like you're not the ones people are looking at. You just have to. There's still some anxiety with teching. There's a lot of anxiety with teching, but you're not the performer, so it's not like on you. So, and there's also that middle ground where like for a time I was doing like lights, and you're kind of performing with the band. You're kind of playing Guitar Hero, a rhythm game. And if you know the songs, you can do cool rhythm stuff. So you're kind of like playing, but you're on crew as well. So I don't know. Favorite venue, maybe Worcester Palladium, because it was just always so easy. Good vibes, like, yeah, that place was always sick. It's
How about you, Annie?
Worcester's in like Boston area.
Boston. Speaking of people from Boston, Matt, are you ready for our date on Tuesday? It's gonna be fun. We can't wait to meet you on Tuesday. So guys, go follow Matt Scurfield, amazing drummer here on Twitch. It's gonna be fun. Anybody else got any last minute questions? Put them in the chat. How about you? Do you have any last minute questions?
I like your hair.
Yeah, you have nice
Like my
hair,
hair?
Sushi.
Yes, you have some nice
Sushi,
hair.
why do you cover it up with the beanie?
Well, to be honest, it's really frizzy right now. That's kind of the main reason.
Welcome to my
But I'm
world.
just a beanie. I'm a beanie person. Yo,
Yeah,
there's a funny joke about leaving a beanie on last night,
Uh-oh.
but I won't go any further.
Uh-oh.
Let's just say the beanie stays on.
As long as that's hilarious. As long as it isn't like.
Oh man.
Hey, all right. If we're gonna be talking about that, this is what's funny. Okay, I think I don't know if it's TMI, but like he used to have a stupid thing with wearing sunglasses all the time.
Oh yeah.
Indoors, it was so douchebaggy that I hated it, and it was like, always on. And I was like, he was like, oh, do you mind if I keep them on? And I'm like, yeah, I want to see your eyes. I want to look into your eyes. Or do you want to look? You know what I mean? That's another one. Socks. That's fucking weird. I'm sorry. I don't know if you guys. All you want to see is a girl's legs up here with some fucking ugly ass real, unless they're the sexy ones, but like white ass socks that are like.
They gotta be like funny socks.
They're got yeah.
Gotta have some SpongeBob
like
socks on.
Like big ramen socks or something, Like,
yeah, like they got or
top ramen Marachuchan. Like that's hot.
Yeah, I mean, there's,
It's like you're making me hungry.
Yeah, we got our food over there in the corner too, waiting for us. So, Sushi, it was such a pleasure having you. It was so fun. We got to know you more and got to know more about your story and how you started on Twitch. And it was so fun. Thank you so much for being with us and giving us this time and space.
Yeah, no, thank you. It's nice to be able to just kind of talk about some of this stuff too and not feel pressured to play music. Because on my stream, like, I'm getting better at it, but for a while, I felt the pressure, you gotta start playing a song. Like, people are waiting for their songs to play, and it's just getting used to streaming as apart from playing live shows. I was so mindset into playing these 5 songs or so perfectly, and if you don't mess them up, like you have them ingrained to where they're perfectly, but now I mess up a lot and I have to realize like you can't play 80 songs perfectly. Like that's just not realistic. That's not maintainable. So like I have to let myself mess up and be all right with it. So
yeah, I think a lot of people could feel that way too. Hey Kat, what's up? Good to see you. Thanks everybody for coming in. Thanks Sushi Wifey. Thank you Matt. Thank you Noises for coming in and bringing the good question on the Discord. Vdex, thank you.
Thanks for all the subs.
Thank you for the subs.
Thanks
guys.
for the hot chips. Seeing me suffer on stream, man, that was intense.
I think we still need 26 or is it 27?
24.
24
so you hit 100
to hit the yoga babe in space.
So you have what 1-2 more streams this week. You're gonna do a meditation stream tomorrow.
Yes.
So if you don't know, Yen does meditation streams. She does sound healing and tarot readings. If you're a subscriber, you get 1 free tarot reading.
And then I do the whole sound healing with the singing bowls, and then maybe on Tuesday we do the Tuesday with the songs too.
Yeah, she also sings as well. So
it'll be fun. This week we're gonna have a little more fun, and also I think on Tuesday we're gonna see Matt.
All right, we have Matt.
We got Matt, so maybe we'll do an IRL. I don't know if Matt wants to. That's on him. You can say hello in person. That's gonna be awesome. So yeah. And follow Luna for the drumming streams, which is on Friday. Friday, we're gonna have a drum stream. So
and we'll have everything running for the new month because I think that's the start of the new month. Going to February, and some new goals, incentives, and stuff that we're gonna be unlocking throughout the month. So stay tuned for that. Make sure you're on the Discord to keep up with everything that we're doing. We're trying to keep everything active on Discord. We're having conversations, just talking about stuff. There's tech questions. There's music stuff. There's photos for tattoos. If you have tattoos, you throw them on there. There's stuff for food because we like to talk about food and healthy food and stuff like that. There's clips, so if you have clips you want to share, clips of us, some funny moments, throw them on there. We have memes. We have it's just a fun
Let's
time.
Have a fun time, and maybe afterwards we'll play some games, and that happens on stream too after the streams. So yeah, it's always fun. So guys, I want to thank you all, and we're gonna head out to the next person. And Sushi, do you know what we're gonna end with? Is gonna be another original?
Don't you have the
yeah, I was planning on playing this song called Symbiosis from another old band of mine. This is more of a
yeah,
local
yeah.
band.
We got. Wait. You just reminded me. Yes, we didn't do the 12 songs because we got all backtracked.
You're not getting away from
no,
this
Wait a
one.
second.
Okay?
Yeah.
I have 12 here.
Yes.
Yeah.
He came prepared.
That's right, because I mentioned it to him
didn't.
earlier.
I did it at the beginning of the thing.
He was like, I don't know if I
but-
can come up with 12. I'm like, whoa, you better figure it out.
Yes. Everybody needs to have their 12 songs ready when they're on the podcast. So it's the 12 songs that describe your life. Whether it's the first song you learned how to play on drums, guitar, the first song you remember as a child that you loved singing, the song that, reminds you of your wife, the one that reminds you of your baby, anything that really that resonates with the soundtrack that would be your life, KimSushi. Let's go.
Okay. You want me to just run through them?
Yeah, go
all
ahead.
12? How long do you want me to spend on each one? Like just a second?
Well, I mean, however long you want to share about each one, it's up to you.
Let's see.
This is your podcast.
I threw this list very quickly. And then they're in no particular order. There's a funny inside joke with this one, but I would say just the intro song of Hybrid Theory, Paper Cut, because that was one of the first CDs, I bought and had a big impact on me, I feel like. Track 2, Guerrilla Radio, Rage Against the Machine.
Oh, that's a good one.
Nice.
Being a little kid, Tony Hawk 2, intro plays, the song comes on.
Oh, yeah.
What is
yeah.
this? Dad, will you buy me this song? Will you buy me this
Aw.
song? Looks up the lyrics. Absolutely not.
Aw.
Okay.
Fine, I'll just listen to it on this game
So-
then.
I didn't get to listen to. Yeah, so I had to listen to it in the game for the longest time. Third song in here is NME by Set It Off. I did a good grip of tours with Set It Off, and they were just. That was right when I had quit my band and was really not in love with music and people on tour and people in the industry, and those tours were a lot of fun. So, and that song was always a hype song live. Okay, number 4, Soul on Fire by him. It was one of the more riffy songs on one of the albums, where I would just remember being like, I want to play guitar. I want to be able to play this on guitar. And I was maybe 13.
Aw.
Hold Fast Hope by Thrice. I've got a lot of memories of playing that with my friend Rocky in my old music shed where I grew up in my adolescence. And I would play drums. That song's in 5. He would scream. It was just a lot of fun. I kind of threw this list on just songs that I see that I have a memory with,
Yeah, like an attachment.
Yeah, so 6, Hide and Seek. It's a cover by Garrett Garfield. Garrett is the singer of Hearts and Hands and The New Low. The first and second songs that I played tonight, those bands. He passed away in 2020, and I have a really good memory of him with this song live, and I listen to this song a lot in my own time. Track 7, My Name is a Killing Word by Form of Rocket. This is just small, Utah band, but they were really sick live. They were a band I saw at Kilby Court, up close, you're getting sweat on when I was young, and I was
Up close and personal.
I want to do this. It was one of those
The energy.
crazy, local type shows. And track 8, Ego Death featuring Steve Vai by Polyphia.
Oh wow.
Nice.
We listened to this song so much. My kid is obsessed with Polyphia.
Oh, that's awesome. Start them young, right?
Even besides that, like, I feel like this song is just really inspiring to me. Like, I've known these kids, I've known the Polyphia kids for a really long time, and I never thought they'd have a track with Steve Vai on it that has as many views as it has when Steve Vai's video of him playing the craziest guitar, playing the craziest thing on the craziest guitar has like half the views.
Jeez.
That, like, it's wild to me. Like, I'm just extremely proud. And I mean, let's be honest, half those views are from my kid. So, track 9, this time Imperfect, AFI. I remember being, maybe it was like 2001 or 2002, going to North Carolina for a family reunion, buying this CD, and our flight got delayed or something. I just remember listening to this CD for 10 hours straight. Great CD. Great band, AFI. Number 10, Rosetta Stone, Tool. When I saw Tool on that tour, on the 10,000 Days tour in like 2004, it was the first song they played. And I can still feel it. Like,
What year was that?
it had to have been like 04 or 05.
Oh.
It was when 10,000 Days came out, and I spent too much money on that ticket because everyone was like, they're breaking up after this.
Oh no.
It's probably one of those Ticketmaster things, right? Yeah.
Mhm.
Starting a long time ago, but yeah, I spent like $300 something on that ticket.
I just took him to Tool last year for the first time because Danny Carey's like, he was my favorite drummer growing up of all time when I was growing up trying to learn the drums. And I think that's the thing. When you have ambitions as big as like, I want to be like Dan. Well, he annihilated it with Portnoy, right? But like, whatever it is that he was doing, like, just hypnotized me in that form. And it doesn't matter. Like, I will pay $600 to go see them because they're Tool, right? And then they gave us that 15 years that without them, right? And then once they came back, I'm like, we're gonna go see them. There's no question. And then he took me to Dream Theater.
Yeah. So I took
We
it to
traded.
Dream Theater, and then and I saw Tool. I listened to Tool growing up, but like I wasn't deep into them, and then I gotten now a newfound appreciation to Danny Carey's playing, having to watch them live for the first time ever, you know, and that was like. That was it for me. I was like, I gotta learn more of his stuff.
More Tool.
Yeah, it's very unique. He's one of those guys that has that style where you're just like, yeah, who? And I'm sure it's like when you look at his influences and you put that little piece of like that pie together, it makes sense of what he comes up with. And I love that about music. You get, you know, a melting pot of what you like, and that creates something new and crazy that no one ever thought about. So, yeah, no, that's. Whew.
That's how I feel.
Yeah.
When I think of Tool, I'm like, whew. Yeah, you have to witness it and then.
But they played Rosetta Stone first, and like the intro, Lost Keys or whatever it's called. But like when he rolls that volume pot up, and I could still feel it.
The rumbling
I'm like
on
a
that.
fucking like 14-year-old kid,
Oh,
but like
yeah.
you're like the anticipation for the show to start, and there were like two of them are on stage. Justin's like doing like bass feedback or something, and then they're just playing like the da-na-na-na, and it's really quiet, and then just rolls that volume up, and it was like being hit with a truck.
Yeah.
So that was a pretty big one for me. Track 11, Glass Prison,
Oh, two
Dream
more.
Theater.
Nice.
Glass Prison, yes.
That was one of the first like Dream Theater songs I heard and was just like, wait, what is this?
The
What
intro is
this?
just like in your face as well. Like the sound of that is so full.
Yeah, everything like 6 Degrees is probably my favorite one. It's so hard to pick a favorite Dream Theater record, but
I mean, if you
I
had to
feel
pick
like that
one,
If you had to
Oh, that
pick,
if
one's
you
so-
had to pick one,
it's so like, I really love the whole second CD and that whole song.
well, it's like a mixture of everything on that CD. Like they
And that's
hit
kind of
every
why
point.
I think that's a good pick, is like you got Glass Prison, you got like the heavy breakdowny type song with the shredding, and then you have like Great Debate, which is all kind of new wavy in a way. It's like synthy almost, and kind of industrial in a way. But
Matt Garfield says, if you had to pick one, there can only be one, and it's images and words.
I mean, yeah, like I said, I love them all, so it's very hard for me to pick a favorite, because like the typical thing would be like, oh, well, Metropolis 2, man, that's the best one.
Scenes from a Memory.
You know, Scenes from a Memory. Every Dream Theater fan's like, oh, it's gotta be Scenes from a Memory, but it's like,
that's
oh,
mine.
Octavarium is really sick.
That's
like,
true, though.
Train
the
of
concept
thought
of it
is
and
also really
everything.
sick.
It's so hard.
Train of Thought is very like, heavily influenced with like Tool and Metallica and like Megadeth. Like they got really heavy on that album.
Yeah, it was just like, let's just do a heavy record. And it's crazy when you go and watch like the stuff and they're like, yeah, we wrote this in however long. Like they went and all wrote that in like a month or something. It's like when you read the Liquid Tension stuff, it's like, we wrote that in a week.
Jeez.
Yeah, and they were just jamming, and they're like, oh, we just
yeah.
recorded what we jammed, and we just went with
What
that.
am I doing
Look,
here?
geniuses. That's what it is. And guys, Ali in chat from UK, I just got to give him a quick shout out because he came in. I got scouted by him. I think it was because of Rain Bozio. We had him last week. He has an amazing podcast. Okay, the Heavy Hook Show. And he interviewed John Petrucci yesterday.
Yeah.
And go check it out on Spotify, okay, The Heavy Hook. He's going to be here in a month. Okay, so it's going to be March 5th, I think. We're going to have him, and he's interviewed tons of amazing legends.
Yes,
so
check out his work.
There he goes right there. What's up, honey? Yeah, so that's going to be exciting. I'm going to see what it's like to be a real, like, top tier podcaster. Like I said, we're gonna have podcasters, we're gonna have different types of streamers.
Pick your brain.
We're gonna pick your brain, honey. We're gonna find out what makes you do the things you do, because obviously he's interviewed Dream Theater on his podcast. He's yesterday Petrucci, the god himself. So yeah, I want to know how do we get to be like Ali? He's so amazing. So thank you so much for coming and saying hello. This means a lot to me. It means so much. So yeah, guys, I'm excited. I'm excited for the future. I'm excited for you, KimSushi. You're doing big things. You're on the front page like every time you go live. 2K people like nothing when you go live. That's amazing.
Last night was the most. Last night at some point it went up to like 5,600 per minute.
Wow.
Whoa.
That's awesome.
But I honestly don't really look at it that often. It's in the corner of the screen.
So do you
Sometimes
turn
I
it
have-
off, like just to not get
sometimes I have
distracted
to
with the
turn it off,
numbers?
but like I don't look up there. Like I barely can see chat half the time. So it's not something I'm necessarily even looking at. I'll just glance up and be like, okay, people are still here. That's like all I care about. It's like, there's at least someone here, and I'm not just talking to myself. But
Yeah.
yeah, I'm mostly looking at chat. As long as there's people like chatting in chat, I know there's someone in there, and I don't really look at the viewer count.
Well, I'm really
I'm just
excited
here to
and
play
happy.
music. I'm just trying to have fun.
Yeah, you're having fun and you're loving music again, and that's the most important thing, is that you're loving what you do, you have a passion for it, and you're rocking it out, and you're doing great here on Twitch. So I'm really happy that you gave us this time and space. I want to thank you again. KimSushi was amazing.
Was that all 12?
I think one more. We got one more, the last one, right?
Oh yeah, and then White Walls from Between the Buried and Me.
Nice one. Nice.
Just a perfect album closer. I remember like when Between the Buried and Me like clicked for me, because I feel like with everyone, like even my best friend Rocky, because I like try to get him to listen to it, you know, he's like, I don't know, and then one day you get it. You're like, I get it.
Yeah.
And then it's your like favorite band from that point on for a while. And I think I was really young. It was when that album came out. I had it for like a year before I even really listened to it. But I remember having to go to church, and I wouldn't have to go into church at that point. My dad was fine with like me just sitting in the car. And so I'd sit in the car with my guitar and like practice or learn something while him and my mom were in church. And I took that CD, and I remember listening to that CD and just being like, what is this? Like that moment of you're just like, this is incredible. And it makes you feel something inside. You're just,
I feel
nothing
alive.
really else can do that.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I'm
People
happy.
are talented, man. Music is sick. Humans are talented. I'm just trying to vibe with everyone.
Trying to catch a vibe. Guys, catch a vibe with KimSushi. So when is the next time we can catch a vibe in one of your streams? Do you know the next time you're going to go live and have like 4K people in there?
I'll probably go live in a few hours.
All
I'll
right.
Eat and wind down, put the
Yes.
kid to bed and stuff, but I'll probably go live later tonight.
Yes. So everybody go check him out so you can see him in all his glory, and go request songs, go have fun, go catch a vibe with KimSushi. So what are you going to close up with? Another original?
Yeah, this is from my more prog and shreddy band. I was
prog.
in this band before I started doing all the touring stuff.
Mhm.
I quit and then went and did my own stuff, and then eventually rejoined a few years ago, and then now we're not doing anything. The singer has moved away. One of the guitar players who I like took, because when I rejoined, it was like, let's just have 3 guitar players. Well, it's fine. And so I like kind of wrote some parts, and then he moved away, and so I had to learn all his parts. And then we didn't play. The last show we had was in 2019. It's 2019. And it was crazy. We were playing, and Sushi Wifey was getting sick. She was not feeling well, and that night we stayed at her sister's house. She was puking up, and that was the first signs of the baby.
Uh-oh.
She was having the
Oh,
sickness
wow.
from the baby, and that was the last show we played with that band. But yeah, this next song, it's a tad long, but it's probably the most shreddy song on my song list.
She said, oh, that night was so fun.
All right, guys. Stay for the raid. Good night, Ollie. I'll talk to you later. Thanks so much for hopping in and checking out the podcast. And everybody here that's been here checking out the podcast, my lurkers, I love you guys too. And yeah, I'll check you guys out too. We're going to be heading to a raid after this, so stay for the raid and hype it up for KimSushi on his last song before we say goodnight. Thank you so much again, Kim. You're amazing. You're awesome.
Thank you.
And I'll see you guys. And let's hear the last song. Let's go. Get hype and chat for KimSushi. Thank you so much.